On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to talk about some things we'd like to complain about. Let's go. Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And it's not fully back, but I got my voice back.
It's almost there.
It's almost there.
I can hear a little tinge in there.
Yeah, a little gurgliness.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, but
It's all right.
That's why no one listened to the last episode.
Yeah, that was rough.
Getting through that episode.
It was rough getting through it,
Uh-huh.
and it was rough listening to it myself.
Yeah, when editing, I wanted to zoom in on your face so bad,
Just
every crack. But you know,
I also, because I try to contribute with some clips. You know, that was the first episode that I was, I put it in, I lined it up. It took me 10 minutes. And I was going through. And where the good clips were, it was when my voice was the worst.
So post them.
You think so?
Yeah, no balls. You won't. When was the last time you heard anyone say no balls?
No balls. Hey.
Send it.
Send it.
Send it.
All right, maybe. Maybe I will.
Why not?
Maybe I will. Anyways,
while Juan's over here complaining about his voice in the last episode.
My voice?
I had one of them days, and I think we've all had those days, where everything just kind of sucks.
For sure.
Like Limp Bizkit says best,
Keep rolling. Oh,
I don't think that's the same song.
Is that Limp Bizkit? That's not Limp Bizkit.
I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways.
I'm not sure.
It was just, a couple days of just everything sucking.
Yeah.
And I felt like the urge to complain to someone.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't. So now we're going to complain on the podcast about a bunch of different things that, honestly, most people in their 30s are probably complaining about now.
Yeah. So, if you don't want to hear about us complain,
if you don't want to hear us whine and moan and gripe,
too bad.
Welcome. But also, this episode's going to be super relatable to anyone in their 30s.
Just keep listening and let us know. Let it snow in the comments if you relate to any of these.
For sure.
And if you want to add anything, if you need a vent.
Yeah, vent away.
Send
us a text.
Our podcast is an open door.
We have an open door policy. The door is shut right now, but it's open.
This is like your own personal therapy session.
That's why I want to do it. You're my therapist today, and I'm your therapist today.
How does that make you feel?
We'll get into it.
All right.
But I feel bad, man.
So let's get into the first thing on our list.
On the list.
I hate how my phone locks, and I don't want it to. The first one is aging and body changes.
So we all think, when you're growing up, everyone's like, your body's going to change. And they're like, yeah, puberty, awesome.
Hair.
It doesn't. Things change, yeah.
Yeah.
The things that are changing change. And then changes again.
And again.
And again. And now I get to the point where if I sleep an inch over from where I normally do, I'm in pain for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
I sleep in a sliver of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously I share a bed with somebody, but it's not even that. I have plenty of room.
Yeah.
I still sleep on the edge of the bed.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And I'm just, that's where I'm comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So if I spread out, here's the opposite for me. I don't wake up hurting.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're dead.
You're straight up done.
You're done.
I'm calling it quits.
Or have you ever, the worst thing lately, dude, have you ever just step down some stairs just a little wrong and you just pull a muscle in your leg for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the heck is that about?
Or like my torn meniscus.
Yeah. From what?
Doing a mosh pit.
Yeah.
And I fell.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing everyone told me?
You're going to feel that in the morning.
You're 30. What are you doing in a mosh pit?
I mean,
It's fun.
yeah.
I love it.
We're at that age where we still can,
Mm-hmm.
but we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I think the worst part of the bodily changes
Mm-hmm.
is the weight gain,
Yeah.
but not just the weight gain.
Mm-hmm.
It's the struggle to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to lose weight now.
It is.
When I was training for like wrestling or karate, I was going to do a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I could lose 20 pounds in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Not safe.
Not safe.
Not recommended.
No, do not
Don't.
lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm telling you right now, do not do it.
Well,
Do
I think
not
about
do
like
it.
that one time I lost a bunch of weight. It was like 60 pounds in like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't do that now.
No.
I look at a pizza and I gain 5. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I used to be so skinny.
I
And
never
I
was
would
skinny.
eat
but-
whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
And I would eat a tub of ice cream
Mm-hmm.
and lose weight
Yeah.
somehow still.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like you said, you look at a pizza, you gain weight.
Yeah.
I eat ice cream, makes me feel like shit.
Yep.
I eat bread, it makes me feel like shit.
But at the same time, you're like, I just love ice cream and I
And
love bread. No, dude, and no one ever told us about this kind of stuff. No one
Mhm.
warned us ahead of time.
Mhm.
It's like I think about my parents when they were my age, and I'm like, you guys were partying? Oh, not
Yeah.
really, but like, you know what I mean? Like they were,
in your eyes.
yeah, they were partying it up, having a blast, chilling. Did you have back pain all the time? How did you cope? Because I need to know the secret.
Mhm.
Because salt baths don't work anymore.
Yeah.
Ever. Like
Mhm.
while you're in them, great. Afterwards, it's like why waste my time?
I haven't taken a bath since like 97.
When I like really threw out my back,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what I did, but my shoulder, like I got a bad shoulder.
Yeah.
When I really hurt it, I was like soaking in salt baths, like a whole bag of Dr. Teal's or whatever, not a
Yeah.
sponsor. Just dumped into the bathtub. Like someone told me it'll work, and it'll work. It works if you take baths every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I
Yeah,
don't-
just the one
I don't
time's
fit
not
in
gonna work.
bathtubs.
Yeah.
Bathtubs aren't comfortable to sit in, you know?
You
But-
might fit in my bath. My bath.
You know, let me take a bath in your bathtub?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sick.
Why not?
But also you brought up like the mosh pit thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we go to a concert or anything, we have a blast. It's really fun. We're usually drinking a little bit, you know. But the day after a concert is sometimes some of the worst times.
So much pain.
Like your knees hurt, your ankles hurt, your back's like, why are you standing up still and jumping around for a couple hours?
Mm.
And then your head's like, music? Ugh.
Why does my neck hurt?
No.
Oh, brother.
But yeah, the recovery time after doing anything fun is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it is a real thing. You need to recover. But also just being at work all day,
Mm-hmm.
running around, physical activities of any sort, I need to recover.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, us complaining about body and
Right.
all those kind of activities.
So what's the next one on our list?
The next one's pretty. I feel like this one affects a lot of people differently, and it affects you and I differently.
Uh-huh.
But it's social media fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
As people who grew up without social media, we didn't have to focus on it while we were growing up, you know?
Yeah.
Social medias really didn't become a thing until like MySpace for us. And even MySpace wasn't like our whole world, right?
It wasn't like
I need to get on MySpace.
well,
There were times where we
Yeah.
needed to get on MySpace.
I had MySpace open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
on my computer.
Yeah, but
So you could just wake up your computer and it was open.
But we weren't like moving a computer around. We didn't have laptops really at the time.
Right.
You
So
know?
like now you have to like be posting and engaging and doing this and doing that and blah 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 and post this many pictures and this many reels and this many stories.
And if you don't post your TikTok at this specific time, no one's gonna see it.
So that's my point here is I don't care about social media now, but for the podcast,
we have to.
It's rough.
It's hard, and it's
a hard life out there.
It really is, because we think we get it down, we get a couple hits, and then the next one and the next one duds. Nothing happens. No one sees anything, and it's like, cool, we could easily just talk about relatable content all the time, but like our podcast was started to be a thing for us, right?
Yeah.
And to let people into some of our crazy dumb ideas and conversations.
Yeah.
But like without interaction on posts, without people commenting or liking, no one else sees our stuff, you know, because the algorithm runs it all, man.
Yeah, so if you made it this far in the episode, go ahead and follow us at BJ in the Morning _ on
everything except
TikTok
YouTube.
and it's
It's
Instagram.
weird when we do it backwards.
Instagram and TikTok?
No, like when you say follow it.
Oh.
You know, so if I was just like, go ahead and follow us at BJ in the Morning _ at
BJ in the Morning _
at on
BJ in the Morning _
it's on Instagram
and
TikTok.
TikTok.
And then the YouTube at
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
there we go, we did it, kind of.
Great plug.
Anyways,
Great
like,
plug.
the pressure to keep up with like an online presence, like maintaining an online presence, isn't the only thing that adds to the fatigue of being on social media. You know, like the algorithm, runs it all, and we're not figuring it out. And most people aren't figuring it out. They just, it happens for people. You know what I mean? But also, like, the amount of push that most of these social media platforms put out to get you to pay them money to put your videos out or put your content out is kind of ridiculous. And it just adds to the amount of ads on people's feeds when that happens. And how many times are you just scrolling anything and it's like every third thing or every second thing is an ad?
Yeah.
It's just nonstop. And I feel like don't want to be the part of the problem.
But
I guess.
how infuriating is it that it's just like, if we don't pay you, nobody sees it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's
and that's the thing is, like, I get it. You gotta have your quality content, right? You gotta make sure you have that. But like, sometimes, I don't know, it takes like the right person seeing it or the right group of people to see it for it to like get pushed with the likes and the comments and all that stuff. And then they push it more.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that within the
like
first couple hours, then it's done. That's it. You're done.
Done.
So I don't get it. I don't get these algorithms. I just wish it was. I get that there's millions of people on these platforms.
Yeah. But there's millions of people on these platforms.
Right.
And now we are legitimately just complaining that our videos aren't getting any views. But also, like, it's not just us. How many times do you come across a video or a post that you're like, this is freaking amazing, and it's got like 30 likes?
Oh, yeah.
And it just sucks to know that there's people out there, there's kids specifically, going out and just being dickheads in public and getting millions upon millions of views. And then there's someone who put time and effort into what they're creating, and it gets 10, 15, 200 views.
Right.
But this punk ass, I don't know if you've seen this kid that I don't remember his name because I don't care that much, you know. But he legit, there was a video recently I saw where he just was walking in public, live streaming on Twitch or Kick or something, and he grabbed someone's food like from their plate while they were sitting outside on a patio at a restaurant and ate it. And like, that's content.
Quality
content. That's the content you want people to see. I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But also just keeping up with trends like that is difficult these days. Most of the time I hear about trends from watching people our age do commentaries on them or reacting to things like that. So thank God they're not just showing up on my feeds.
Right.
I'd much rather watch people our age complain about them too.
I saw a podcast clip of Casey Neistat, and he said, I have billions of views on my YouTube channel, millions upon billions of minutes and hours fucking working on all these videos, working hard, honing my craft. And my most viewed video is a 30-second video of him taking a video of the sidewalk, and it's like it's just this giant crack in the sidewalk that he almost tripped on, and that was his most viewed video.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That has a lot to do with just attention span problems, I think.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, attention span problems.
So let's move on, because
Yeah,
we can go on and on and on about this.
But I also feel like the next one we can go on and on and on about. So
We'll make it quick because we don't really talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be hard without any context.
Right.
And we're not going to give
Too much.
the context.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Workplace woes. So we had this dealing with like things at work, difficult politics, colleagues, the challenge of achieving work-life balance. I have like endless meetings from time to time, and just blurring the line between work and home. As someone in the position that I've been in, where I was technically on the clock 24/7, the work-life balance was kind of zero. I was constantly working, constantly texting or getting phone calls or having to be on meetings or having to talk about what was going on or anything, right? It was just nonstop. All the way to the point where I just was like, I don't want to do this. You know, like I just there was no balance whatsoever. I could not shut off.
Yeah.
And it gets draining. It gets really hard. And I know there's people out there who work more than that too. But when 95% of the vacations I've scheduled in the last 6 years got canceled because I had to be at work because someone else got sick or someone else wanted vacation time, that sucks.
Yeah.
Or, oh, it's your day off, but you got to go in to do this stuff. I'm like, there's 50 other people that can handle that stuff. Why is it me?
You got to do it.
It's just me. And then, yeah, I mean, the climate of, like, I'm in customer service technically, right? The climate of customer service, customer-facing jobs has changed so much since 2020 that it doesn't stay, like, there's not a status quo, right? There's angry guests, there's happy guests, there's nothing in between. So you're constantly flip-flopping, and it's mentally draining. Like, you know, there are days I will come and hang out with you or come do the podcast after work, and I have no social battery. We sit in silence before and after we do the podcast, like barely saying words to each other. Yeah, because I'm toasted.
You're done.
I'm overdone. You know. But being in our 30s, it's not healthy for that kind of drain every single day. That environment, right? Where it's constantly from above, constantly from below you. You're getting asked millions of things and way more than should be put on a singular person sometimes. You're
getting it from every angle.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
And like with your job, I know we're not going to get into too many details about it, but like, I don't know, you focus on your job, right? Like your job most of the time, right?
Yeah.
You know what you got to do. You have a plan.
Yeah.
And there's emergencies. But like, do they call you on your days off?
No. So like
I don't know your dynamic as much as I know mine, right?
So I do get texts,
yeah.
But like technically I could be like, I'm not answering it.
Yeah.
I can do that.
But out of
a
like
lot
courtesy.
of the times it's like something that I was working on before I went on my days off, or somebody had a question about something they don't understand, or vice versa. If I'm off and I'm like lost, or if I'm there and someone else is off and I'm lost, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it's like common courtesy.
I'll like text somebody real quick, like, "Hey, do you remember how we did this last time?" Or
Yeah.
I don't mind that, but like if they called me and I'm off and I wasn't scheduled to come in,
yeah,
I don't have to answer.
No, and like you've been with me on the days where my phone's constantly blowing up, constantly getting phone calls, constantly getting texts. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Ever. Like it's not. But also like just not having that balance, like I said, I would work, a 12-hour day, get to work at 10 and not get home till 10. You can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like once you're done with work, you're done. Like the day is over.
Right.
And you've had jobs like that.
I know that feeling.
Those night jobs you used to do.
Yeah.
You couldn't do shit.
Nothing.
You were just
I'd
done
work
all
from
the time.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And then you slept all day, right? Because no one's supposed to do that.
What else are you supposed to do? 6 days a week? What?
Yeah, but there was just no like, I don't know. There's just never. Companies promise a lot of things with their work-life balance and their cultures and like how the company's going to be in the next 5 years until you're there for 5 years. And then you see it either never change or it changes in a direction that is totally different.
Yeah.
So, but again, I could complain about this a lot right now. But
here's the thing. The balance is never there because the workforce, and I mean this in a general sense, are expecting work to be your life.
Yeah.
And that is every job I've ever had, every job any company I've ever worked for, anybody I've talked to who has like a job.
Yeah. A job.
It's
let alone many jobs.
They literally expect work to be your life, and you work to live. You don't live for work.
Right.
But
we don't see that in this kind of like economy, in this kind of situation we're in, where everything is run in a capitalist way, where money runs everything. Money is the end all. Money is the goal. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Are my people happy? It's not. Are my people taken care of?
For instance, I get 3 weeks of vacation time. Pretty good.
Yeah.
In like 4 years, I'll get 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Can't wait.
Sick.
I didn't put in for a vacation because I was on a work trip. So I don't have any vacation time. Like I have the time.
Yeah.
I don't have anything scheduled.
Yeah.
Which they make us do in advance. So with that said, I was like, hey, I want to take these days off. And they're like, no, we got to have you here. Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why
even give the vacation time then?
Well,
you know what I mean?
We have 2 other people off on those days. What? Who cares?
Ask them to come in.
Figure it out.
Yeah, like that's not your job.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not your job to find someone to cover you on vacation.
I will say, I don't want to complain too much. I don't know who listens to the podcast, but ever since I moved crafts, it's been a lot better.
Yeah, when you became a chef.
When I became the chef,
the head chef.
It's been better. It's been a lot easier to get time off if I need it. But it's just sometimes it's like, oh, there's 6 of you in your position, and there's days where I work by myself, and they won't even question it. They won't be like, oh, well, this person's off. It's like, why don't you give this person overtime? Oh, no, we can't do that. So you scheduled me to work alone, but now when I want time off, we have to have 3 people there at all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Like in the same kind of vein as that, it's like asking for an extra day off, even at my job.
Yeah.
And getting why do you need it off? I don't have to tell you.
Yeah. What do you mean? Why?
Why you gave me time to use? I'm taking it. You know?
Yeah. And if you call in, it's the end of the fucking world.
Dude. But like also, I have been raised not solely by my parents for this belief, but like in jobs we've had jobs, the same jobs before, you know, like where if you call out, you're in trouble, you know, like that mentality is bullshit. Like the fact that I want to call in sick when I feel like death, and I get anxiety about it, like I'm gonna get in trouble when I come in, but they're all like, no, if you're sick you should stay home. Then why do I feel 100% full of anxiety when I'm sick and want to stay home?
And you come in sick as shit, and they're like,
why are you here?
Why are you here?
Oh, because, you know, I had to.
Nasty fuck.
Yeah.
And last thing I'm going to say before we move on.
We're just going to keep talking about work.
If I call in, you get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
It's a little ding on your record. So let's say if I call in 3 times in 3 months, you get written up, right? Or slap on the wrist first, and then you do it again, then you get written up, or whatever. But the dumbest rule I've ever heard in my life is if I'm late, it's the same ding as calling in.
Yeah.
So guess what, motherfuckers?
If you're running late, just don't go.
Guess what, MFers?
Don't say that. You like your job.
I'm going to be driving on the freeway. And I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I'm going to be late.
Turn around.
I'm going to turn around and fucking call my ass in.
Yeah.
All right?
No, but you like your job.
I do like my job.
You like your job a lot.
I do.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 13 years now.
Disgusting. But
guess what, motherfuckers?
You should probably update your rule. You should probably update it before people start taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
but like
they already do.
Of course, right?
Just say.
Talking about work and what it leads to. The next thing on our list, since we could just complain about work. Everyone can complain about their job, even if they love their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can sit here and complain about the podcast sometimes, and like I hate staying up super late when I forget to edit the podcast before Tuesday night. You know, like that's on me though.
Or how about the fact that I'm in charge of the clips, and it's like, fuck
the clips.
I have it like, and then I'm on my day off, right? And I'm just
chilling,
like,
vibing,
and I'm like,
the clips.
Like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, God damn it! I didn't do the clips.
Shit.
And it's funny, like, just on Wednesday, I told Maria, I'm not doing anything else until I do the clips.
Yeah.
For some reason, on my own doing, I started doing my laundry.
Yeah.
I started folding it, putting it away, cleaning my room, cleaning my side of the bed.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
Didn't do the clips.
Yeah.
Which I did do the clips.
You did the clips.
I did it wrong this time. And yeah, I got to go back and do it again, but that brings us to our next topic is adulting challenges.
Yeah, I mean, what's the first on our little list?
So like never-ending list of household chores and maintenance.
How many freaking cups do we need to use in one day? I'm just kidding.
A lot.
A lot. I'm a problem where I forget where I put my cup, so I grab another one and then immediately find my cup.
I like to leave my cup on the counter.
Yeah.
And I like to use one cup.
I try my best
Uh-huh.
to use one cup.
But then when I leave the cup there so I can easily access it, it gets washed and put away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you son of a gun. You know?
I don't know. Like, I'm in charge of dishes. And dishes, there are so many times I come home from work and I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it tonight.
Yeah.
And then the next morning I wake up, I'm like, I should have done the dishes last night.
Yeah.
You know, like, but again, it's like that hard balance between work and life. Because I don't want to do more work when I get home. Even if it's my stuff, right? Like, I don't want to do my chores, but also I'm a lazy piece of shit, and I don't just pick up after myself sometimes, you know? Like,
especially the bottles of drinks on the floor here.
They're on the table.
On the table.
But on the bottom part of the table, that's on the floor.
Well, that also like reminds me of like our jobs. You are so beat at the end of the week that you don't want to do anything on your day off.
Yeah.
But then you have to.
You have to, and it's like pulling teeth, man. It's like I have a meeting tomorrow, right? It's my day off.
Yeah.
I have a meeting on Thursday, or an appointment on Thursday, and another meeting on Friday. Yeah. So these are all morning things on my days off. And you know how much I'm mad at future me and past me at the same time?
You know how like I feel like I'm nonstop sometimes, like just one thing after another, work something, especially with working the weekends.
Yeah,
and everything happens on the weekends.
Can we stop with the weekends?
Yeah, like, what the hell?
We're not in school anymore.
Yeah,
we're not in elementary school, middle school, high school. Let weekends be whatever days. They don't need to be the best day of the week anymore.
Right.
So let Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday be the best days of the week.
Yeah, come
on, everyone, get with it.
So yes, like I had my day off. I stayed up late. I had my other day off. I was busy all day. Stayed up late because it's my Monday. I always sleep like shit on my Monday.
Yeah, well, I think everyone does.
Went to work. Went and did something else afterwards. The next day, went to work, went and did something else till like 10 at night. Saturday, went to work and did something else, and then it was like, hey, by the way, on Friday night, by the way, we're having a party Sunday. You should come.
No.
And I shit you not, like, my mom asked me, are you going to go to that party? I was like, I don't wanna. I mean, I do wanna.
Yeah.
I do wanna. But I don't wanna.
Yeah.
And my mom, she was going to take my sister. She's like, not even for an hour?
No, because it's not like, just an hour.
I have to work. We had to podcast. I had to go to the gym, which I can't stop going to the gym because I won't go back.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's my whole day, and I'm still up till 10 at night, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So
no, and then do you get the guilt after sitting around all day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. The guilt of not doing shit.
Yeah.
Like sitting around watching movies. Like I like to play video games. That's like my way to unwind. Like I replaced having a beer after work with playing video games after work to like unwind. If I sit and play video games for like 4 hours, I'm like, hey, that's the whole day.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours now is a majority of the day.
Yeah.
Where I could have been doing 4 hours worth of other stuff. So then I have to try to make up for it. And I'm like, let me start organizing this drawer. Let me start doing dishes. Let me start doing this. Oh, I need to go to the store real quick. I guess I'm going to the store real quick. And then you come home and it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not going to lie. These last 2 days off I had, I ended up with a cold.
Yeah.
makes sense with my voice.
I think I got the cold you were getting because I've been
Yeah.
sick the last couple days.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. Dick.
So like, but I didn't know. I just thought I was losing my voice,
Right.
but apparently I did have a small cold.
It's not just you though. It's everyone in the greater Tucson area.
But it just hit when I stopped.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was working, I was fine, I was
Yep.
doing all this shit, and then on my day off I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I had a migraine from coughing so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So my days off, I did nothing.
Yeah. Did you have the guilt?
I did.
Yeah.
But I was sick.
But like, do you remember like being kids? Like, we would go hang out after school. I almost said work. Like,
Yeah.
after school, we'd go hang out, run around in the desert for hours
Mhm.
in the middle of like, not in the middle of summer, but like, you know, it was hot out. And then in the middle of summer all day long.
Yeah.
And we'd be able to come home and be like, oh, I guess I'm staying up till 4 a.m.
Yeah. What are we doing now?
What are we doing now? You wanna go night walks? You know, like
You want to sneak out?
you want to sneak
So
out?
I brought up the gym, and that brings us to another thing on our list
Mm-hmm.
is health and wellness.
Yeah. I want to. This is a thing that's been weighing on my brain lately. Because I am not in the shape that I would love to be in. I'm more of like a pear-shaped man. And
Okay.
you know, like it's
Yeah.
all right here.
Yeah, I get it.
But I don't want to blame all of it on where I work.
Mhm.
Like we make food. I get free food. I eat free food every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the healthiest of foods. It is a big problem, right? Like that aspect of it.
Uh-huh.
I have not eaten at work in the last 2 weeks, and I
Okay.
feel so much better.
Yeah.
So it might be a thing.
You know what's crazy?
It might be a thing.
Is like
Can't eat a whole fucking pizza every day.
sometimes you'll be like, I'm going on a diet, and
Yeah.
you do it for like 3 days, and then you fall off the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
But if you actually stick to it
Yeah.
and you cut out the shit you shouldn't be eating,
Mm-hmm.
you do feel so much better.
Right.
And then when you eat those things, you're like,
Ugh, this is
oh,
why I quit eating
God.
them. That's how I felt when I got Chipotle last, and I feel so mad at myself that I feel that way. I got a bowl at Chipotle,
Mhm.
and after I finished eating, I was like, "Oh God, I feel
love
disgusting."
Chipotle.
No, I love Chipotle, and that's why I'm mad that I feel that way. But anyways, I've been thinking about it a lot, and
I
I'm
don't
like,
I don't give myself enough time of not eating Chipotle to.
to get out of it.
Yeah.
You're all constantly in the.
I've eaten Chipotle in the last 2 days.
I saw your post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't that hungry. The fork's all fucking.
You licked the bowl clean, man. But anyways, health and wellness, right?
Mhm.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, I've started going to the gym.
Right.
I started doing all kinds of stuff, which was like my New Year's resolution or some shit.
Or some shit,
Or some
whatever.
shit. And then it was like really hard to get into that routine, right?
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, especially with the work-life balance,
Mhm.
right?
Because at first, working out, going to the gym, eating healthy, all of that sounds like more work.
Yeah, and it
And
is.
it is, but it doesn't sound like work you want to do at first, right?
No.
Or
So-
ever.
So like, say, hey, go to the gym, lay on the couch.
Lay on the couch.
Lay on the couch.
Lay on the couch.
Go to the gym, go eat dinner at Dave and Buster's and play some video games.
Uh-huh.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
You know? So I was
Still
like,
never been to Dave
I'll
and
be
Buster's.
okay with.
Never.
Really?
Never.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Anyway, so it's like, hey, I'll be okay with working out only 2-3 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
half-assing it.
Yeah.
You know, like just I'll do it when I can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
You need
At
a
that
plan.
point, you are wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went to Oklahoma for 3 weeks. And they got a decent gym. And I was like, you know what? I was put in a night class.
Right. I remember that.
So I
Do
couldn't
you guys
like,
remember that?
do
We
you?
talked about it.
So I couldn't like go hang out with anybody really. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work out every day. I didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
but I went
Yeah.
every day for 3 weeks straight.
Nice.
And I came back. I didn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
I went back to Oklahoma. I went every day again. And I was like, I feel like something clicked, you know? I was like, I feel a lot better when I go to the gym every day. Because it was like a 3-week period, a 4-week period of being home, and then another 3-week period.
Right.
So I was like, I feel a lot better working out every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know, since like March, I've been going to the gym every day. Well, about 5 to 6 times a day. A day.
A
week.
A week. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got a solid routine. I got I mapped it out. On this day I'm doing this. On this day I'm doing this. And it's like, I love it.
Yeah.
And it's like I get sad because I don't see the results right away.
Right.
But it's been like 3 months. You know. So
yeah.
I'm like,
how you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah. I feel like shit.
No. And it's also gone to the point where it's like, because we've been going together, me and Maria, and it's like, oh, somebody asked us to hang out, but I don't know if I want to go. Oh, why not? I kind of want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like the dynamic has changed.
Yeah.
Which is good. And in a year from now, I'm going to be I'll do the podcast like this.
Can't put my arms down.
Welcome to BJ in the morning.
So like
I got the muscles. What is that? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, health and wellness sucks. Like, it's tough to manage. It's tough to get into it. Like I said, I'm realizing the things that I need to stop eating, stop doing, stop all that stuff. I quit like drinking every day, which I know has been a while, but it's even more like apparent that I needed to stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 years since I quit drinking, like except for on New Year's and like my birthday, you know? So that's helped out a lot. But also, dude, you and me both have this issue where we just like to snack.
Yeah.
Snacking is like my favorite thing, but I'm also eating full meals and then snacking, which at our age, is not a thing you can do anymore.
Yeah.
You got to do either or none of it. Like, no snacking. So there are some days where I will just snack throughout the day, a little handful of, I don't know, mixed nuts.
Yeah.
Little handful of mixed nuts, a couple chips, whatever.
Yeah.
But also just like not going out to eat as much is like one of those big things that needs to happen, especially at our age. Like, we just can't put it away like we used to. It sticks around.
I got some really good, easy recipes that you could like make at home.
Hell yeah.
And it honestly, I got like a handful of recipes. Some I've gotten from my mother. Some I've actually came up with on my own. But I can eat that shit every day.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I could legit eat, like, I don't like chicken, so that's a problem. It's a problem most of the time. But, like, I could eat broccoli every single day of my life and, like, fish or sometimes chicken every single day of my life. And, like, those are, like, the healthier of the options, you know?
Yeah.
But also, like, fucking tacos sounds so good sometimes.
Yeah.
And a greasy sandwich from like Jersey Mike's.
So like right now with my weight loss journey, if you will, I guess healthier lifestyle, rice and potatoes are
I
like
love rice so much.
Rice and potatoes are like I have to have it. It's my staple.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like half a cup of rice, which doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not. And like a pound of meat.
Yeah.
I'll make chicken and, like if people are over or whatever, or we just make dinner like normal, I'm like, How much are you guys eating? Because I need half of this fucking pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I eat more of the healthier stuff to stay away from the snacking.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't work,
Right.
and I get the healthier snacks,
Mm-hmm.
like the snack we had earlier.
Yeah, it was a great snack.
Less than a gram of carbs per chip,
heck
per
yeah,
thing.
Serving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's what's up.
We have a lot.
Let's do the that one.
This one?
Mhm.
Okay. We're cutting some things out from our list because we're gonna cut them for time. The last thing I want to talk about, health and wellness, mental health, is something that we didn't talk about whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 10 minutes of talking about health and
that
wellness.
is a good thing.
It is not.
It is a good thing
Why?
because you are feeling it less.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you've talked about in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
The anxiety,
Yeah.
and whatever, depression,
Yeah, whatever.
or whatever.
Or whatever.
But like, you didn't think about it.
No, I
and
did
it's
the
been
whole
happening less,
time.
right?
No, the biggest thing I want to talk about with it real fast is just that it does have a place and it does have a time. Yeah, things do change. Anxiety goes away, not permanently ever. I'm not going to say it's gone. Depression doesn't go away, but it takes a break. Maybe that's a better word, right? But don't.
Taking a break.
At this age, it's like really tough to talk about any kind of mental health strain, especially as males in our age group, because a lot of people just look at it badly. Like, you don't have that. You're just sad. Get over it.
Yeah.
Build a bridge. Get over it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine tomorrow.
Be a man.
Go be a man.
Yeah.
And I think that's bullshit. We got to talk about our feelings sometimes too, because who else will?
What feelings?
But what's
I
next
just
on our
want
list?
big muscles.
What's next on our list?
Traveling hassles.
Yeah. What travel?
I travel a decent amount.
But you travel for work.
Yeah. So,
When was the last time you traveled for you?
last August.
Mm-hmm. It's almost August again.
Yeah. That's true.
Like the last time I traveled when I went to Seattle was with work. And then I just stayed a little bit longer. But only
So,
3 days.
I just planned a trip in July.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got another trip in August. And then for personal.
Yeah.
And then I've been trying to like visit my friend who lives in Georgia since they moved there.
Mm-hmm.
It just hasn't happened. So like I think I'm gonna do that too this year. But I've spent so much money on just hotels.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Paying a lot to stay somewhere nice, fine. Cool. $200 a night, okay. You know, like I guess. But then you're adding the resort fees or the taxes or the this and the that or whatever the fuck. And then all of a sudden, a 3-day fucking trip turns into an $800 fucking hotel stay.
Yeah.
Or something crazy.
Yeah. 2
You know?
nights. 2-night
Crazy.
hotel stay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
On top of that, that doesn't include gas,
Food.
flights if you're flying,
Yeah.
food,
Rental cars if you need it.
the activity.
Yeah. Just to sleep in a bed, you have to pay all this money because they want you to pay for the hotel and everything the hotel has to offer.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to use it.
Hey.
Hey, hotels,
Hey.
how about
How about?
just put a bed in a room, no TV, one lamp, a bathroom, and let me pay lower than $200 a night. I don't need your shitty. Anyway, sorry. Go.
I mean, there are hotels like that.
Yeah, but like I want it still be nice and not feel like someone's gonna break into the room.
Yeah.
So how about
nice
hotels?
Nice hotels.
Make a room that
Sheraton?
feels safe.
Yeah.
That is cheap as shit and doesn't have the amenities.
Come on, Sheraton.
How about
I'm
not gonna eat your fucking breakfast, so don't charge me for it.
I do love the free breakfast though.
But it's not that good.
It's not. But I love it.
But if they could take out that price from your room,
Uh-huh.
you could go spend it somewhere else for breakfast.
Yeah, so like the resort fees?
Yeah.
I
Did you go to the pool? Did you eat a breakfast?
don't know, I haven't gone yet. But like the resort fees are like crazy, man. It's like, hey, you're agreeing to pay this much to stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to pay us for us being here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But that's not including the room cost?
Right. Yeah, anyways. Yeah. So like I got like 3 trips planned and it's just like 4 trips actually, but the other trip is next year, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So that's the biggest thing is like traveling. A lot of people put it on a pedestal, right? They're like, traveling's the best thing you can do. You got to go down and explore the world, experience new cultures and new people. If it cost me $300 to just go for a night in a city that's an hour and a half away,
yeah,
I don't want to know how much it's going to cost to do other things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why the heck is Disneyland $200 a day? They're not making enough money?
Yeah.
They're not? When you got to wait in line for one ride for 3 hours?
I think it's more than that.
No, it is, but I'm just, figuring it out.
Right.
But like we have friends in New York. I want to go to New York. I've never been. I don't want to look at how much it's going to cost me to go to New York.
Horribly expensive.
Yeah. Just going home to see like my mom is expensive.
Yeah.
And it's on this coast.
Yeah.
Like the same coast. But just taking trips and vacations doesn't seem worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Because of not only the hassle of like paying for it, but all the planning before, because you got to start saving up years before some trips, right? And then you got to extra save up months before the trip because you're like, well, I have enough for the trip, but not for fun things on the trip.
Yeah.
Cool. And then what happens if you're driving or it's a road trip and then your car breaks down the week before?
Or put it on the credit card, which is not a good idea.
No, don't get credit cards.
Just saying.
I'm still paying some off.
Me too. So, what are we gonna wrap this up with? Dude?
I think the funniest one to wrap it up with is the last one on the list, which is time management. Something that we struggle with the podcast, but not in a bad way. We just talk. We know how to talk. We keep talking. It never stops.
Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop.
But on the list, we got time management, which is, feeling like we never have enough time. The difficulty of prioritizing and managing responsibilities, and something we've already talked about, but the pressure to be productive all the time. So being productive all the time, we mentioned it already, like feeling guilty when you take a day, like a reset day to sit on the couch, catch up on shows or watch movies you haven't seen, play video games, maybe some light chores, like, oh, I'm going to put the socks that I missed the hamper and put those in the dirty clothes bin. Like, light chores, wiping down the counters, things like that. No tear apart the entire house and clean it kind of chores.
Yeah.
Take out the trash. That's a light chore, right?
Sure.
But like, we don't have to be productive all the time. No one's making us. The world still continues when we decide to be lazy for a day, right? But also, like, managing and prioritizing everything all the time sucks.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who used to get gas before the event. You know what I mean? Like, I could get gas after, on the way home tonight, or I can just get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't be the get it tomorrow kind of person.
Yeah.
I
mean, the whole time management thing is like, I feel like, you know, I got so much going on all the time that it's like I'm scheduling my day.
Yeah.
But if anything is off of that schedule, my whole day is kind of effed.
Yeah.
You know, like today, my plan, work, get off of work, go to my parents. 'Cause I got to pick some stuff up.
Your lemons.
My lemons. Then go home, which is 45 minutes away. Podcast. Finish the podcast, go to the gym. That was my plan.
Yeah.
Since yesterday.
Yeah.
So then I work 2 hours overtime. Or I get asked to work 2 hours overtime. 2 hours is a lot of time.
But also not a lot of time. You know?
Yeah, but it's a lot of time considering you have a tight schedule, you know? So now it's like, Brendan, can you go pick up my lemons, please?
Yeah.
And then I come home, podcast, and then like probably not have time for the gym anymore. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on.
Yeah, and then there's all the things you can't control too, right? The traffic. I slept in a little bit later than I should have kind of things, right?
Horrible.
When I wake up an hour before work.
Great. It's going to be a good day.
Honestly, though, there's times where I'm like, an hour's not enough time, you know? Especially since I have a 45-minute drive to work now.
Yeah.
Right? That's 15 minutes to get ready and get out the door. But I used to wake up 2 hours before work. Great. Awesome. So good. Because you have enough time to wake up, mindlessly scroll on your phone, shower, make coffee.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to work.
Drink your coffee.
Stop and get more caffeine on the way to work. No, like,
yeah.
I do that. I have a problem. But like, there's so many different variables that can affect it, and it's just when things get offset and you have to drop things from your schedule, it ruins a lot of things, right? It's like, would I have liked to have been done with the podcast and home by now? Yeah. But also, like, we just changed the plan, right?
Yeah.
Like, we still achieved most of it, but there are still things that have been cut out now from the day, right? We ate dinner way earlier than anticipated. So I'm hungry again, you know, but also when you're sitting at home and you put on a TV show, or I watch YouTube a lot just because it's easy content, right? And then you realize, like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Just get cozy, get comfy, stay out for a little bit longer. And then next thing you know, it's, midnight.
Yeah.
You're like, well, shit, the whole day's gone. I don't know. Time doesn't stop. And I feel like it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster.
That's what happened to me on Friday.
Yeah.
I just had a full day, got home at 10, showered, laid down.
10 p.m.?
10 p.m. Started watching some TV, and I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. No problem. I'm so tired.
I'm so sleepy.
And then it's...
Watch the whole episode.
Yeah.
Watch the whole season.
Yeah.
That was me with Cobra Kai, season 2. I'm like, I'll just watch a couple episodes before bed. Oh, those birds chirping?
Season 3 now?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so then on Saturday, I woke up. Actually, I got woken up. It was like, it's 6:30. Fuck!
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I gotta be at work at 7.
Nope. Not today.
I leave at 6:20 to get there 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
And I threw my shit on, got my keys, went out the door. Less than in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I've done that.
And my whole day was fucked.
Yeah. Because time management. The day gets away from us. When you start seeing the sun go down and you're like, I haven't finished anything today.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Shit.
Well, you're done. You're done for the day.
Thank God for summers.
It doesn't mean anything.
The sun goes down like
it's still the same time though.
Now.
No, it's still the same time though. It's still late as heck.
Right.
And the day's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, then you have the whole problem in your head, the battle raging, the war inside your mind, where you're like, I didn't relax enough. I wasn't productive enough. I didn't relax enough. I wasn't productive enough. Now I got to go to work tomorrow. I didn't relax enough. Oh, but those dishes didn't get done. Oh, didn't take the trash out. Oh my God, didn't get gas. Oh my God, groceries. Oh my God, this, and this.
Yeah.
And then we die.
Yeah.
But coming from us who are really great at time management, the fact that the hour's already up, if you're still listening, what about you? You got some complaints? You got some things you want to just moan about? Groan about?
Moan and groan?
Moan, groan, whine, complain.
We welcome it.
Yeah. Let us
moan and groan at us.
Let us be your therapists today.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need some advice? We're not the best, but we can do it.
We'll give it.
We'll give it.
We'll give it.
We'll give it. But you got to do the following things, and that's follow, subscribe, like, comment, all the posts.
Hit the bell.
On our social medias. For Instagram and TikTok at
BJ in the Morning _.
And then on YouTube at
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
So if you go to all those and you like, subscribe, comment, follow us, hit the bells, all the things. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, there's a little button that says text us here.
Send us a text.
Send us a text. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Just a text, though.
Yeah, just a text. Just the text?
Just a text. You know what I mean?
No. But thank you so much for listening to us complain about being in our 30s and not having enough time to do anything in the mental stress and the work and life.
We're just talking about stuff.
And the work and life balance and the ginseng and the honey.
Right.
Thank you so much for listening to BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And
we will.
I'm not going to keep pointing.
Talk to you next time. Oh, and tell me how cool my shirt is.
Like me or the people listening?
No, the people listening.
Oh.